when I switch scenes, sometimes OBS will be like, I don't like that, and it'll just crash, and I'm like, cool, thanks, good. Glad you feel about that. Good job. Yeah. It's like, no. I think it's because I have a lot of like movies going at the same time. So then once it like switches scenes, sometimes it's like, I don't know. Don't what? Nah, I'm going to sleep. Goodbye. Snore. Hello, we're back. Everyone good? We're here. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys are here. I'm making sure chat knows that we're here. And that chat can see everything. Chat. Ooh, chat. Hey, how's it going, chat? All right.
Yeah, I was just saying that I love In-N-Out. I don't hate anyone else's fast food places. Just leave me alone. I don't care.
For real though.
Yeah, I don't care if you like Whataburger more than In-N-Out or Five Guys. I love those places too. I just don't. I'm not punching down on your fast food chain.
Right. I think what I'm laughing the most about, right, is the fact that no one was coming at you when you said In-N-Out. You're like, oh, cool. And then you're
no. I prefaced it because like that's the internet. Like you can't.
You're just waiting.
You can't be like, I love In-N-Out because then you get people who are like, well, I think it's the fucking.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
If you meet another person from LA, it's like hit or miss. If you mention In-N-Out, whether they're going to be like, I've never really liked it. I think it's garbage.
I think it was way better. I think it was an burger joint.
People get really funny about it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I went several times.
Always the way with like all the conversations of like, this is my favorite. Like I can sit here and be like, Samurai Champloo is my favorite anime, and somebody's gonna be like, well, there's a bunch of stuff that's better. But I don't give a shit if other things are better.
Well, that's because
you what my favorite is.
Yeah, well, that's because people need to like define their personality trait as not liking the thing that everybody likes. They're like, I'm a cool guy because I don't like In-N-Out, and everybody loves In-N-Out. And you're like, all right, just settle down, dude. It's not an appealing trait, okay? This thing that makes everybody happy, fuck that. I hate it.
I hate that. I hate that thing. The emote I just posted in chat. That's how I respond when people do that to me.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. A bit. I was wondering.
People do that to me.
I was wondering why I couldn't actually. That's a bit of a reward, so that's good to know. It's I have to spend. Let's see, 200,000 bits. All right, yeah. All right, I'll get on it because I really want that emote. Breaking into the 401k. Tink, tink, tink. All right, here we go. I'm glad we can laugh because today is going to be more than likely an RP session to talk about.
I love RP sessions.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. Before we continue on,
please.
Can Luna and I, for the love of God, get a level? I mean, come on. After the last fight,
we worked so hard.
After the last fight. We've had more battles than Masae has, and Masae is higher level than us.
Look. Okay, originally the plan was. Let me explain this because normally, no, because I want to make sure that we are clear on what the original plan was, and then how it has since then derailed. So originally the plan. Masae goes to a thing that happens in the National Academy. She comes back. Everyone gets a level, including Masae. Masae comes back. She helps with the level. Although I probably should have assumed gloating would have happened, but this is literally the first time that I said, okay, you get a level, and everyone else will then catch up to you, quite literally in the next session. So then the next session happens, the contract diplomacy RP session. I'm totally cool with it. I'm not going to push people to stuff that, if other things are happening. And then it was under the assumption that we were going to be gone the following week. So I was like, you know what? Let's not start that. Let's keep you guys here. We'll wait. Because we're going to be gone for a week. And then we found out we weren't going to be gone for a week. And I was like, all right, that's cool. We'll do the thing. And then everyone will get a level. And then Thursday, stuff happened. And I was originally like, you know what? But everyone, I was like, everyone in the misdemeanor is going to be here. And it's like, okay, well, the majority of the misdemeanor is going to be here. So A thing was no. So a thing. So a thing.
Genuineness.
No. So a thing. So originally with the thing, it was going to be a big battle. Some things were going to be revealed. And then at the end, everything was going to be hunky-dory. And then I was going to give a level to Luna and Layton, which would have been like more, a hair being pulled out. But that's okay, because then today was going to be the day that you guys were going to do a thing and everybody was going to get the level. But because of Thursday's events, that is kind of like we're now off the rails going into a different direction, because that's D&D and that's the way that I DM, and I don't do I don't do like oh, that's unfortunate. That didn't happen. Puts tape over. It's like, nope, there's consequences, and no, we're gonna get through them together. So if the levels are skewed for a little bit.
Brett's way of saying he made a mistake giving Masae a level early, and he'll never do it again because it's such a fucking headache for him.
Yes, it has. I mean, honestly, yeah. I thought I thought we were going to be caught up by now. Nobody's caught up now, and now it's constantly being held in my head.
Brett's
and I'm like,
actions have had consequences on his own mental state.
At least
we'll have to unpack that later.
Yeah.
Family relations, because I bonded with Scrum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing that is also a thing that is about to happen now. So,
come on!
No.
Well, we have. Well, I mean, I'm sure dialogues are about to happen now, as today's episode begins with where Thursday's episode ended. And that was
we are doing the drunk thing, aren't we?
Yep, Layton, Luna, and Kyron going to the mess hall. Well, you just said it. You didn't. I don't know if it's actually going through, but you all are essentially at this point going into the mess hall, and this is literally after everything that just happened. If we can recall what's there.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I don't know. Do Dukes and Hunter know exactly what went down?
Well, you're gonna have to tell them because they weren't there as well. So so you all essentially we're planning on meeting the mess hall anyways to get ready for your adventure over to the pile. But now, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong because I don't want to force RP. Luna and Kyron and Layton, you guys are heading over there for a different reason. And that's to get shit-faced after everything that has happened. Yeah.
Well, that's probably what Armstrong was doing during all this. He's probably
I was going to say, I mean, Alice might have just like grabbed a book and gone with you. We might already be there. Just
I like
chilling.
That. I love that. Okay, so
mutual silence, just hanging out. He's drinking, I'm reading. We're just having a nice like coffee shop moment that's about to go to shit.
Every few pages, I ask you some obnoxious question and you just want me to leave you alone so you can read.
I'll go ahead and put your tokens if you can't find your tokens. The entry is over here. Where would you?
The library.
Yep. Well, first, since you guys are already here, I'm gonna have Alice and Armstrong.
I already put myself on there. I'm already here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here, goofball.
Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know sometimes you just want to hear. All right, so let me go ahead and share with you. Hold on, I'm gonna put the rest of you guys on in a second. Let me go and share with you the scene of what this room is. It is just a mess hall. Over here, you've been seeing students producing what appears to be this gray matter as they place their hand over the gray matter. It turns into different types of food. Of what they desired. And so you see all these outsiders just kind of like hanging out there. Now, just so you know, in case this may change the scene of where you want to sit, to the north over here are windows that show the astral landscape and the mountains that are off to the north, including the silhouette of the giant baby and the impending doom that's coming for the astral veil in Io. So if you would like to sit here with that view in the background, you are more than welcome to. Because I don't know what everyone's like mental state is, and if they want to be looking at that, or if they're just like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna go over here now, So, but if you guys are sitting there, that's what you see in the background. It's a reminder of what's to come.
Cool. I think that's the perfect. If this was a movie, that would be the perfect cinematic backdrop to our quiet coffee shop moment.
Yep. So as you guys know, Levin and Headmaster Levin has called people who are interested to come over to a meeting room there to discuss once again the combat of Cosmokara, and what are the best ways to approach it. Some research has been done to help in the battle of that, and now it's time to figure out what the next steps are. Leighton, correct me if I'm wrong, Gerard, we're probably sitting with you guys at that point before he was reviewing the contract and stated, no, there needs to be a fireworks clause for when I defeat the big baby, and then stormed out to talk to Levin to get that fixed in the contract. Would that be fair to say, Gerard? That is what happened.
That's exactly what happened. I was going over I was double checking the contract, and I noticed that I felt like that Leighton really wanted some kind of grandiose, extravagant kind of thing. It was also my way of getting into the conversation without distracting everyone too much. But that was like my icebreaker that got me into the campaign on Thursday. But yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Kick the door down.
Awesome entrance.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to recall how much time would have passed between that conversation and you guys chilling on there and everything else that happened. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's probably been, I'm going to go with an hour. I'm going to give a nice comfy hour at this point. That it's been an hour since Leighton left and Thursday's events have happened.
Okay.
So with that, sorry. It's been a lot. Leighton, I need Leighton, I need Luna, and I need Kyron. At this point, you all would come in. Question: has the drinking begun? Or
I feel like I would have drunk a bottle on the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took a shot too.
Yeah.
Big name.
Yeah.
Because like I was in a super sad mood last session.
Yep.
And now I'm in kind of a goofy mood because of everything we've been talking about. So I think I'm more in a goofy mood. So yeah.
Okay. So Luna, you have like a shot glass like empty along with Kyron as you see these three walk
Luna's
in.
kind of an enabler, so I think she's just been handing them out.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I think as you guys enter, I think probably Armstrong has asked a really simple question of Alis, and Alis is mid-sentence like, and then she was trying to explain in here that there might be some spell components that aren't really necessary, but we still use them, even though they could be replaced by other things. And so she's really trying to dive into the potential.
I love it.
Oh, like look over Armstrong's shoulder.
I love it.
Well, they don't look very happy.
Drinks for whoever you all are, whatever. Who are these things? Are they people? Are they beings? Drinks for chairs. I want to drink in every chair and every table. Everyone gets a fucking drink.
Everyone seems extremely quiet, except for this gentleman who turns over. You've noticed that this gentleman has been staring out the window, looking at the giant baby silhouette, just intently staring, and then he hears drinks for everyone, drinks for these people, and he will just get up from his chair and walk over, and with a sort of like plastic cup that he was drinking something out of, you will see him just toss it over his shoulder as he holds it up to the gentleman that has just walked in saying drinks for everyone. I'm assuming that's something strong.
Strong for me. I don't know if you think it'll be strong for you.
He will say, let's find out. And they'll hold his hand out to you. He'll hold the cup out to you.
Aye. And I pour him some of my favorite whiskey.
He'll take a shot. He'll drink it down. And you kind of see him flinch a little bit. He's like, oh, that's good. That's really good. I might have something for you. Give me a few minutes. Might be a little bit stronger, give you a little bit of a kick.
Kicking the ass. Did anyone else look good? I'll take. Who wants to kick my ass? Anyone? Anyone?
I'll do it.
Shark girl, you stay away. I don't want you catching my butt.
So Alice and Armstrong, you're just kind of seeing this scene go down. And what are you doing?
Alice wants to shrivel up and die. He's so embarrassed.
Armstrong's like half like, aye, let's all go do some drinking, but also like, what's gotten into them?
Luna, what is your demeanor since you've taken at least one shot of alcohol?
I think Luna's kind of repressing things right now because I think she was on the verge of a bit of a breakdown earlier, and thus the shatter and everything. Mm-hmm. And so since she started having a little to drink, I think she's just in a completely opposite kind of goofy mood right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of turns towards Leighton. I'm going to do the flip command.
Yeah.
She's like,
oh, yeah, it works.
Leighton, can you teach me a wrestling move?
Oh, my dreams are coming true today. Yes, I can.
I don't know. I saw a wrestling match once when I worked at the glider company, and it was so exciting. I made a poster. I was gonna go to their big match or whatever, and then I ended up not being able to go, and I was so bummed. So can you teach me a cool move?
Aye, cool indeed. What would you like to learn?
Something where I just headbutt someone. I want to headbutt somebody.
You want to headbutt someone? Okay. So, I don't know how in depth I'm going to go with this. All right. So, there's two types of headbutts. There's a flying headbutt and the grounded headbutt. Which one would you want?
I think I might be a grounded headbutt. You know, like the way that a bull like digs their foot into the ground before they go, and then just like bam, and knocks them over.
You want a charging headbutt. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, first thing you want to do is get plenty of room. Plenty of room. Make sure no one's around you. Make sure no one's around you. Then you choose your target. You walk up to said target, gaining some speed, and then, without even questioning it, you want to aim right in the center of your own forehead against their forehead like this.
Kyron's gonna actually try to headbutt him with all of her force.
Can I go ahead and get 2 strength checks, one from Kyron and one from Leighton?
Sure.
Oh god, my good old -1 strength check. Great.
Did it go through?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Must be the alcohol.
That's stupid. I have 18 strength.
So as you bash your head, Kyron, who, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, is just over it at this point in time.
No, she's completely done. She's not having it.
So Leighton, you go for the headbutt. And Kyron, at this point in time, you will see her head, like her forehead, slightly shift into that of a bear. And she just goes in for the headbutt, and it knocks you on your ass.
Oh, dang.
Is this really the time for this garbage?
Oh, it is the perfect time for this garbage. Okay, now are you a bear? Or you can be anything.
The head shifts
back. Are you a bear now? I don't know. Anyway.
Well, Luna's looking around the room for a target. She sees this Skyward over here. Yeah. And she's like, I'm a little afraid to hit their head. Can I headbutt their stomach, Leighton?
I mean, he like tries to walk over to her and he starts kind of going this way. Are you trying to engage in combat or end the combat?
Like a finishing move, kind of like the last thing you do. And I want to yell something like, I don't know, like Raging Bull or something like that as I do it.
I see. In that case,
bristling. She hates this so much.
I highly recommend you don't even say a word. Just choose someone and go straight for the forehead, right in the center.
I'll try it. Okay. So Luna looks at this blue dude over here, and she kind of backs up, and she starts digging her foot into the ground to get ready, and she's like, and she runs over and headbutts this dude right here.
Oh my god! So as you're running over, God, what would he do? He would hear you literally saying, I'm going to headbutt this guy. So he gets up. He's reading a book, and he closes it at that point in time. And he closes it at that point. He gets up. He looks over at you. And you just go in for the charge. Let me think what he would do. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Oh, man. Okay. Strength.
Drunk Luna is so dangerous, dude.
Luna's wild. I love Luna so much.
Okay, that's what I thought. As you go in for the charge, you will see him hold out his hands, and as a reaction, cast a shield spell, and he literally deflects you with the shield, and then you kind of like stumble and fall back.
I'm like, I was only joking.
Honestly, what is it with you outsiders?
What? You've never headbutted someone before?
No.
Hold on. Did you just call us an outsider? Excuse me, sir. We sacrifice our lives to help your world stay intact, and we're the foreigners. We're the outsiders. Okay.
He's right. He's
Who
right.
else wants a headbutt, huh?
I'll headbutt you all.
You're looking at the future Croc-esque tag team champions right here.
Alis is looking at Armstrong, and will just be like, "You're the captain. Could you wrangle them?"
He like takes a sec to even like acknowledge you, because at this point he's just like watching with like sheer glee. Oh. Kinda wanted to see how this plays out.
Of course you do.
Oh, Leighton. I can cast a spell. I can make little sparks come out of my hands. It's not huge fireworks, but I think it would be good enough for an introduction. You want to get up on that table?
Brett, how is this guy's demeanor? Is he pissed?
Oh, he's pissed, and he grabs the book, he gets it up, and he just kind of gives this elegant like bow, like, "Oh, the saviors of us. Well, I apologize for offending you, your Royal Highness. We are all indebted to you for everything that you've accomplished. And what is that, my dear lad, that you have accomplished exactly?"
He's being sarcastic.
Oh, I see. Well, I murdered one of your own. How do you feel about that? And I kind of get into his face.
Kyron's gonna stand up at this point and march over. You need a backup, Leighton.
You magicians and your pride and your elegance, you think you're better than us pirates? Coming in here treating us lower than you? We are the guns that you hired, and you brought us here. And like, Leighton's starting to get teary-eyed. And you brought us here to help us with your awful space baby. And he points to the window outside. And we're the only ones who survived your stupid tutorial thing. And here we are being your puppets. So forgive me if we just came to have a little bit of fun.
He'll make a wisdom save. You will fail. And you will see like a fear wash over his eyes as he holds up his hands. All right then. The mess hall is yours. I wish to study in peace. If you would step aside, or let me, I will go over to the library, and the hall is yours.
Let me stop you right there. Before you go to the library, you need to ask the captain of the library for permission. He's right over there at the table. Ask them before you go.
That Leighton is pointing at him and just buries his head in the book. Like, please don't look at me.
Captain of the library, right over there. You need permission.
He will slowly walk over.
It was like just shaking his head. Oh God, what did he tell you?
I'm supposed to ask if I can go to the library.
Make a face.
The library.
Hello, can I go to the library?
Surely you realize that you don't have to ask me anything.
He turns over back to him. Said I'd rather not upset him if he's murdering students.
Leighton stumbles over with a gigantic, bag of gold, and he hands it to the guy. I'm sorry. Just take this. We're square. You could go wherever. I just sorry.
He looks at the bag, opens it to see the golds, and just looks over to him. Now at this point, he's just confused because he was threatened, and now he's getting. And he just looks over to the two of you like, what?
I don't know. This is odd behavior even for them. Sorry about all this. And he'll get up and walk over. Honestly, what is going on with all of you?
I didn't do anything. I'm gonna walk away.
Somehow I doubt that.
Didn't say that you did? He'll look specifically at Leighton. What is going on?
The both of you are gonna need a drink after this.
Stay ahead of you, pal.
Sorry.
Can we just sit at least and not headbutt anyone? He'll look at Luna.
I think Luna's starting to not literally sober up, but just her emotional state, after seeing Leighton get teary-eyed. So she's like, yeah, let's sit down.
You will also see the bag that Leighton handed to the student is now up over there at the corner.
Kyron, free gold for you on the table over there.
Karen, what are you doing right now?
She's reflecting. She's not having any of this. But, hey, free gold. She's going to pick it up. And then she's going to walk back over here and sit down with it in her lap.
This man will turn over to you and then look forward again.
Out with it then. You were all acting so bizarre.
I was going over the contract with Levin and the rest of the crew. Looking at finalizing, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, if you will. And suddenly, the academy was under attack by another academy.
What?
Yeah, so apparently the current academy took over this one, and there was an original one, and the original one was Luna's, and look, wizards versus wizards, mage versus I don't know. All they asked was they asked for us to help them with the fight. So we go on in there, and the first thing I do is as the captain, I go into battle, and apparently I murdered one of the students of the school and had no clue.
It wasn't Leighton's fault. They told us to defend this place, as doing anything we could to defend it, and a bunch of what we now know to be students came through these portals, and they were wearing masks, they were aggressive. Leighton just defended this place, and we found out that it was Al. But he's okay now. He's okay now.
He's fine, but...
Also...
What?
At the cost of Levin, we were able to turn back time and start over anew. But Levin's no longer with us.
He... I don't know if you'd say merged with, one of the students. With Gideon. And they were able to somehow turn back time, and right before everyone started coming through, I guess the other thing, that there was an elf who was leading them. My cousin, MasaeAnela.
Oh. That's the one that I know, correct?
Yes, that is. That she was a very stringent instructor and
Right.
definitely didn't make you feel comfortable while you were at the school. It honestly, she may have been the one individual that made you decide, fuck this, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. Alis looks like he's processing a lot of information, which he is. And we'll look at Luna and say, are you all right?
She's so different. She barely even remembered me. I didn't even know what happened to any of them the day that I left. I was with my goblin friend with Botok. He said, why don't you play hooky today? He wanted to show me something stupid in a cave somewhere. Like some slug that could numb your skin if you touched it, or some dumb goblin stuff. And of course, I like that, so I was like, yeah. So I was underground, and I heard the whole world felt like it was shaking. And when we went up to figure out what was going on, the whole place was under attack. And I freaked out, and I tried to see if I could get closer to the school, and I got back into one of the buildings, and I looked outside, and everywhere around me, dead elves everywhere. And the first thing I thought was I had to get back to my family, and the tower that they were in collapsed. And everyone was trying to get into the building, and Potok said, come on, we have to go now. And so I went with him. MasaeAnela used to be different. She was like a big sister. I didn't have any siblings, so she took care of me, and she knew I was kind of different. She believed in me, even though I was not your typical academic student. I can't believe how she's become.
Do you think she's got control of her own senses?
I want to believe she doesn't. She's so different. She was so caring and kind before, and fun, and she was so angry when I saw her. She thought everyone had abandoned her.
Alis will kind of grit his teeth and sigh, and he'll say, I don't want to make this feeling any worse, but what I will tell you is, out of all of my instructors there, she was never kind. She was never caring, not to anyone that I can recall.
I want to know what happened in the interim. I was gone for so long. I can't imagine what would have happened to her. What happened between the time of the attack and now that made her, or even between now and the time that she was one of your instructors. I don't know what would have happened.
There is, something can definitely change about you if you believe you've been abandoned. And if she believes that, her whole worldview could have changed.
That's true. She wasn't that much older than me. She was probably close to my age now, and I was still a kid. I remember that one day I came back from school and I was never on time. I couldn't, keep up with the other kids in terms of just paying attention and focusing in class. Structure is not for me. And she would teach me things I have this memory of a time that I said I wanted to fly. I always wanted to fly, and she already knew how to do those sorts of spells, and so she levitated me, and she always made me feel like I wasn't a screw up, you know what I mean? I can't believe how she is now. She's so different. But when you lose everything, I guess, people change.
There's also one more thing we haven't spoken to you guys about.
Oh.
So when we were having our meeting, all of the other students of the academy were showing off their familiars, and so I thought, Scrum would love to join the party. So I let Scrum amongst them, and the room changed, as if we were the enemy. Turns out that Scrum is intricately connected to the Deep One, and whether he likes it or not, he is spying on us on behalf of the Deep One.
Armstrong, like all of the color just has left his face.
The Cobalt knows where we are.
And where's Scrum now?
Levin banished him back to the misdemeanor with Wood Gnome.
Aelis will let out a breath well, at least he's not dead.
I like Leighton's story. He made up a pretty good story to tell Scrum.
I told Scrum that Wood Gnome was choking on a rat, and he needed to get back to the misdemeanor to help him.
Well, I'm sure the two of them will put on a good show for the Deep One.
Aye.
But we are going to have to talk about that, aren't we? We can't abandon him. We took him from his home. He's our responsibility now. It's not like we can just say he's doing something against his will and it's inconvenient for us.
I think Levin thinks there might be a way to sever the connection.
Now there's a solution.
Aye, but Levin's gone. This contract is worthless, practically.
Levin's gone. How are we getting back?
Right.
What about Gideon? Can he fulfill those things?
Seems as Gideon has become the new headmaster of this place. His skin is blue like Levin's was, with horns.
What if we can't get back in time? Ironbeard, the statue, everything we were gonna do up there.
Yo, can Kyron hear from here?
They're just like it's a low chatter, but you hear that they're talking amongst each other. Yeah.
Because I don't think it would have clicked in her head yet that she's not getting back home. So
you probably would have heard. I think, unless anyone's intentionally trying to be quiet, you probably would have heard Aelis mention, how are we even going to get back?
Yeah, at that point, she's definitely going to get up and just kind of quickly come over here. And she's like, what do you mean how we're going to get back? We're in a we're in a building full of mages. Someone has to know how to get us back.
Hey, what
Do you
about
not recall me saying that I wanted to learn how to get us back and forth and being told, oh no, that's something that Levin does?
Kyron pales immediately. So you're telling me the only ticket we have to get back to where we were is gone?
To be fair, we don't have a lot.
We don't know yet. It's possible that somebody else here may know how to do something like that or may be able to learn how to do something like that, but it is something we're a concern. It is something that we don't know.
She's kind of pacing back and forth. I didn't sign up for this.
Look, I wasn't there. I don't understand exactly what it was like, but we do need to figure out a game plan now. One or two of us need to go and ask some questions, figure out if there's somebody else who's being appointed to send people back where they're from. We know we're not the only ones here that aren't meant to be here. In the meantime, I can go to the library, try to find some sort of book or information about how to sever the connection with Scrum. We can try to double down on time so that we get back and are able to do everything we said we were going to do.
Well,
We've gotten out of weirder things. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I mean, speak for yourself. I thought the most we were gonna be doing is sailing the seas and yo ho ho and all that trash.
Sometimes life goes in directions that you don't expect.
Yeah, to way out to other places, portals, dead babies in the sky. She's clearly very distressed.
I don't think any of us were really expecting to go through all this.
I found that in life, you can either succumb when things are thrown at you, or you could ride the waves. And I think that if there's anything I know all of us can do, it's roll with it. You know, we've all been thrown into some really weird situations, from being thrown down from the sky in a lightning bolt into the middle of a pirate ship, or being handed a sword after losing their entire crew, or in my case, living a ton of different lifetimes amongst different people because my biological family and my relationship with them was so fleeting. But we just deal with it. We just roll with it, and we're gonna get through this just like we do everything else.
We're just gonna get through this. Are you looking down on me?
Kyron.
I thought that we were just going to be.
Alis is gonna grab Kyron by the shoulders and start like pushing her this way. You're coming with me to the library. That's enough. Let's go.
Kyron, I like that Alis is like just like half a foot taller than Kyron and is able to do that.
Barely taller, yeah.
So Kyron, Alis, places his hands on you to like move you along. What do you do?
She's gonna swat at his hands and glare at Luna. She's not having this conversation. She definitely does not like Luna's tone, and she definitely feels like it's getting swept under the rug.
Kyron, look at me. If you want to get back and have your normal life back, we have to figure out how to do that. So, everyone's going to take on a job, and we're going to get it done, all right? And arguing amongst yourselves is not going to do anything. Do you understand?
She's gonna be silent for just a second, and then her shoulders will slump, but she doesn't say anything.
Again, I wasn't there. I don't know what it was like, and I'm sure it was traumatic, but surely yelling at the other victims of the trauma is not going to be useful. And I want to get back just as much as you do. All right?
Fine.
Come on, then. You can yell in the library and piss some people off.
Above board, I'm like, hey. But Kyron's too pissed to hey right now, so she's gonna follow Alis.
Okay.
Okay. So you two are gonna head over to the library. So as you two are walking to the halls, what is everyone else doing? Yeah, I think you'll actually see this gentleman get up, and he'll stroll over.
Well,
now that the kids are gone. And he will hand everybody some cups.
Yo, heck you! I could have used that.
Curse my childlike appearance.
Ooh, and he will pour what appears to be a very slender bottle of this red liquid.
And what do we have here?
Seems that you'll need it. Well, it doesn't roll off the tongue in common language, so I suppose I will call it Githyanki Firewater. Well, drink up. Looks like you're going to need it. And he'll also take a drink.
And what exactly does this stuff do?
He'll point at Leighton. Your friend was kind enough to get me a strong drink with a good buzz. This'll do that. But in astral style. And he'll hold up the cup again and take another shot.
Leighton grabs it and holds the cup up to everyone at the table. To the academy.
New way to get drunk. To the academy.
To the academy.
He'll chuckle. To the academy. Or at least what's left of it. And he'll take another drink at this point. Yeah, it is strong. I mean, it is very strong. Can I get Constitution saving throws from everyone? Ooh.
Wow.
Everyone's good. I mean, you feel it at this point in time as it kind of like bubbles within your head. It kind of clears your senses a little bit. But you're able to not get completely drunk, just a nice tipsy. Armstrong, this is the first alcoholic drink that you have actually been able to feel a sensation from since the events of Crocask.
Kind of forgot that.
Luna looks at the person and the man and says, thank you. How should we address you?
Shen, he'll say as he has the cup up again, pouring another cup.
It's nice to meet you, Shen. I'm
Pleasure.
Luna.
Pleasure to meet you, Luna.
Aye, pleasure's all mine, Shen. Captain Armstrong.
A captain.
Captain Leighton Beardthroat.
Ah, another captain. And he'll lean back and place his feet up on the table and lean back a little bit with a relaxed sigh. And what brings you to this place? I must apologize. I haven't seen your kind around here before.
Truth be told, our kind shouldn't be here to begin with.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Leighton. You forge your path the way you need to. You're welcome wherever you see fit.
I love the attitude, friend. We were summoned here to help with the... Leighton, like, drunkenly points at the shadow of the baby outside.
The window. Yeah. He looks over.
That thing.
Aye, saving the world.
You'll see a
purple fetus.
You'll see a smile wipe over his face. And he'll just be like, you're going to face off against that. And as he's laughing, he just continues to fill your cups up again. And he just nods with this expression of like, okay, you're gonna need a second drink.
Aye, you speak our language.
What's this stuff made out of?
He will mention it's fermented sort of vegetation from my village that doesn't exist anymore. And he'll take another drink.
Oh. Luna looks down, feels a little bad for him.
He'll look over at Luna and just see her demeanor change. And he will pound at the table and go, hey, none of that. None of you have permission to feel sorry for me.
Now, what doesn't exist anymore? Your village or the ingredients?
Well, the village, but the ingredients, I'm uncertain. It was something we grew specifically from our memory caverns. Drinking
Memory
this. Yeah, he says memory cavern. He'll drink again. Whenever I take a sip of this, I'm reminded of the bravery and valor of our warriors that fought to protect our home. And he'll take a drink.
Does it actually like conjure up any sort of like memories or images for us?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're trying to like reflect and think about it. But at this point, you can't really do that.
Does it numb us? Are we feeling like?
I mean, it's definitely an alcoholic beverage, a very strong one.
Mm-hmm. Luna looks over at Armstrong. Captain, are you feeling this?
Aye, surprisingly, well, this is the most knackered I've felt in weeks.
She smiles. She feels a little bit reassured.
Yeah, he looks happy.
Shen,
Yes.
what did you do before you came here to the academy?
Well, simple cobbler. I retired my sword long time ago because I, felt it wasn't needed anymore. Boy, was I mistaken. I went out hunting, actually, to gather more leather and wood for the shoes that I was making for everybody. And, when I came back from an extremely long journey, several months, it was gone. And then he points out the window. And there it is. A constant reminder of what I've lost. And I'll take a sip again.
Leighton takes out the immortal from behind his back and kind of like places it on the table. I too have a constant reminder of what I've lost. But strangest thing tends to happen. Somehow, life moves on, whether you like to or not.
He'll smile at that. So, when are you going off to fight this creature? I was thinking tomorrow. And he takes another sip.
You give me some
Tuesday.
I may just be ready.
Gosh, I don't even know when we were supposed to fight him.
Seems that we are here until we aren't anymore.
He'll nod at that point. And just shrug. And just say, well, if it's my time, it's my time. It's at that point you realize that when he said maybe tomorrow, that it was probably not a joke, that he was probably being serious about it.
Can we do a perception check?
Yeah, you can do an insight check. Insight to like, what are you trying to figure out, like his demeanor or like what he's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be insight.
Doesn't matter. I'm rolling like shit today. The alcohol's hitting me hard.
Yeah, you can't just read. You can only read the face value of the words that he's sharing with the three of you.
So above board, like all the people that are in this kitchen, are they members of like the Astral Academy? Like, are they students or?
You don't know. I mean, they just are here. They're eating food. Right now, they're keeping their head down because, you know, two of the people are yelling about headbutting everybody. So they're just trying to eat their food and finish and then move on with their lives.
Shen, can you tell us a bit about the other people here? What are you guys all students?
I suppose so. This is an academy of sorts. It used to be an abandoned archives, but no one was really allowed to go into. So the headmaster opened the doors and said all was welcome. Knowledge needs to be spread. And so, I took my sword, and after finding about that, I thought that was interesting, but once I saw that, well, my village had been entirely wiped out by this giant creature, I came here to learn what I could. And he'll draw a sword. He'll draw out his long sword. And you'll see runes inscribed all through the side. Seems I've learned quite a bit here. The school is fascinating in the sense that if you want to learn something, the doors are always open for you. So, I figured I'd pick up a couple of things while I was here.
And well, that's good to know because we've got a few problems that need magical solving.
Oh, yeah? What kind of problems you've got besides the obvious?
Well, we are a bit stranded here, so getting back will probably need some sort of wizardry. And we've also got a little, how to put this? Some sort of old god spying on us. And we'd like that to stop.
I see. Well, he'll just kind of chuckle a little bit. I'm not envious of you, I suppose. And he'll keep drinking at that point.
Hey, Shen, do you know if anybody here has the ability to send people back and forth between here and Io?
Io? Yes, I've heard of this place. Is that where you're all from?
Yeah.
So the rumors are true. We're recruiting off-plane now. Wow. Well, little lady, I know of one person that could, and that'd be the headmaster. Levin, of course.
Luna looks at the others. Is there no one else who can?
His smile will fade from his face. You, seem to have lost track of that.
Apparently.
What happened to him?
We're not really sure. We just know that he's not here with us anymore.
Well, that's disturbing.
Aye.
Well, you're not from here, right?
Right.
Find someone who could banish you.
If we're banished, though, does that mean we can't return?
He'll look at you. At least you'd be home.
Could be a last resort.
There's work to be done here.
The way I look at it, it might not be the most ideal of solutions, but hey, at least you're not stranded from your home, and you've a way back. And he'll smile.
I wonder what's to become of all the research that we've been assigned to do. Our original plan was to go back to Io, because see, this might not make a whole lot of sense, but we were supposed to fight this other pirate who took over our island, and we got
Pirate Wars. That sounds like fun.
It's a bit complicated, but let's just say we had business before we got brought here, and the plan was research, help out, since time passes differently here, a few minutes up there is hours and hours down here. So we thought we'd take care of everything, pop back and forth when we needed to. But now that might not be a viable option anymore. We need a contingency plan.
You see. And he'll fill up his cup. As he looks at the glass that he had, you'll see that it's the last of the liquid of the fire water that he poured to the rest of you. And he'll fill up the cup and he'll put in a couple of drip, like the final drips. He'll chuckle a little bit, shrug, as he throws the glass behind him. It smashes all over the ground. To the final memory. He'll raise the cup up and drink. Well, pretty sure there's talented wizards here. But the way that I look at it, he'll stand up before placing the sword back. You were called here for a reason, right?
I think so.
Maybe the answer's within all of you. Maybe in the end, you'll be the one that finds your way home. If you're here to fight off against this threat, then you may be what is the best to offer. Which means you have the potential to make anything happen.
Well, aren't you just perpetual optimist, Shen?
I can see it now. Out of the goblins and the elves and the wizards and mages and everyone in the galaxies across the entire space-time continuum, and yet it's pirates are the one that get everyone out of jail.
I'll think to that.
He'll chuckle a little bit as he continues to drink and says, well, it's better than cladded paladins fighting for some sort of righteous justice. You fight for freedom, and that I can respect.
I'll drink to that, Luna says, and she raises her cup up and sips some of the red liquid.
Aye, to freedom.
To freedom. And to you, Shen.
He'll hold up a cup and then just state, well, if it's my time, it's my time. It was good.
You know, Shen, I was wondering, since it seems you've lost your home, what if you found a new one with us?
He'll look over at you. What are you proposing exactly?
Well, one thing's for sure. We need someone to make kick-ass whiskey like this again.
He'll smile.
Something that'll actually affect Armstrong.
We recruit this guy just so I can get drunk.
We recruited someone to make us bread. Someone to make us whiskey.
All right. Yeah, that's
He'll think to himself as he looks out there. He'll smile at the notion, but he'll look outside again. Well, there is something that I have to do. Tell me, what are you going to do about that? He'll smile as he points out to the window to the baby floating outside of the mountain.
Well,
Of course,
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think last we checked, we have been assigned things that we needed to try to research to give us an advantage in the fight. And I'm pretty sure there's other groups of people here who are doing the same. I suppose we do know the captain of the library. I mean, I think we can...
Captain of the library.
Aye.
Well, that's the first I've heard of that.
A new position of power just opened up in the library.
Oh.
So
A-list sneezes somewhere.
So
Leighton mutters to himself while he's drinking the rest of his alcohol. Everyone's going to need a library card by the time he's done.
Oh my gosh.
He'll look down and look back at you and... Are you going to fight it?
You see, if we don't fight it, we've been told that we won't have a world to go back to.
And according to our pirate contract, I get the final blow. So of course we're going to fight this thing.
He'll look off to the side and kind of give a big sigh. Can I get a persuasion check from everyone at an advantage, please?
More crew. I
have such bad persuasion.
Oh yeah, 24.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Nice. Look at these persuasion rolls. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed with you guys. Good rolling.
Meant to be.
The he'll look out once again. It's just staring out through the sky and just seeing the silhouette, and then looks over to you and smiles and just says, well, you are going to fight. Then who am I to have a death wish for tomorrow? I suppose I could hold off for now. And he'll...
trust me, friend. There'll be plenty of bloodshed to be in on.
He'll smile and sheath his blade. Well, if that is the way that you're going to do it, then who am I to stop? Sure. I'll join you for as long as I can. Not like I had anywhere to go anyways. And he'll extend out a hand.
He's in, boys.
And he'll just state,
oh my god.
You Ionians just are full of surprises, aren't you?
Leighton puts the sword back on his back. You have no idea.
Welcome aboard, Shen.
You'll fit right in. Especially if you can keep getting Armstrong drunk.
He'll laugh. I'm sure I can find a way. Well, if I'm not dying tomorrow, well then perhaps we should find a way to get you all home.
Well, if there's one thing we do have, it's plenty of time.
And he'll smile. Where did you
spent a full day here now, right? So like we have one more day and then we have to be back.
So he will go, well, let's find the rest then. I will help out the way that I can. What'd you say?
I said, does this mean we're actually gonna have to like accelerated fight this baby? In my mind, it was like this like far future event that we were gonna gradually research, and I'm like, wait, has this been bumped up?
Well, we have to return back to our realm at some point. Otherwise, Ironside will just keep taking things over.
That's true.
All right. Well, what's the plan?
We gotta research, right? Can we still do that?
And he'll just see the silence like fall over the table, and he'll nod and goes, "No plan. All right. Well then."
No. Wait. We got something. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay. All right. I'm listening.
I do remember what Levin taught us. Like he had a list for us of like all the different things that we could learn about Cosmokara, the creepy floating baby.
Right.
And the more we learn about it, the more control we'll have in the actual battle. So I think we have to figure out how to do that research.
Right.
We have access to the library. We could talk to everybody here. We could go figure out, maybe one of us could talk to Gideon and figure out what he still has of, after what happened. I mean, there's got to be something we can do to knock out some of those research points, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. Okay. I'm in. He'll say. I'm in. Whatever you think. We'll figure it out together. We'll get you guys home. We'll kill a giant baby in the sky. I'll have my vengeance. My family will be able to rest. Yeah, we're in. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do? Where do we go? Should we read a book? Is that what we should do? Should we go to a library?
The captain of the library has...
Captain of the library! Let's go pay him a visit.
Yeah, let's visit this captain of the library I just found out about. And he'll also begin walking over to the library.
I love this guy.
You two folk! I know nothing about ye or where ye came from.
This one's
but
literally not going to look
good
up.
People.
He'll wave on you, thanks.
And you have nice hair, Luna says to the guy with the very cool-looking hair.
Oh, they'll look up and be like, "Oh, thank you."
Leighton puts a bottle of whiskey on this table, and then puts a bottle of whiskey on this table. A body of whiskey.
What happened to the other guy who didn't drink?
To your futures.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. He'll say again. All right. So over in the library at this point in time, hold on, let me make sure that I have everything not here. The library itself seems fairly empty right now.
Empty even of a little half-elf boy and a
no, not that. I mean,
Okay.
as in this is going to be Kyron. Yeah, this is Kyron and Alis.
Okay.
And then Kyron. Hey, there you are.
I'm here.
So yeah, you walk into what appears to be a semi-empty library. A handful of individuals maybe reading or researching at this point in time. Alis and Kyron, what are you doing?
Kyron's sulking.
Alis has the book that he was reading. It was one that he had already checked out from here, but he's finished it now, so he's gonna
what was the yeah, what would the book that you would have been interested in that you would have been researching?
Oh, it was a magical theoretician book, so it wasn't any concrete
just formulas.
Anything. It was just
fascinating.
It was theories about it was specifically about components and whether or not they're necessary and if there's a better option, but nobody's taken the time to really prove it one way or the other. So yes, very interesting. Nothing practical to apply here. And so Alis wants to try to find, because he knows that some sort of magic was used to sever him from Eleanor.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to figure out what sort of threads to pull from that idea and what he could research from that idea that might lead him to a way to sever Scrum from any other creature that it might be psychically attached to, the way that a person might be attached to their familiar,
like snapping a scrying. That's understandable. So as you begin to look around at the books, you also kind of pass through the theory of portals and planar travel, and you will notice that in a volume of books of that, one of them appears to be missing from the bookshelf
of the planar travel books.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead and
is it planar travel 1, planar travel 2, planar travel 4?
Sort of, yeah.
And Alis is
Yeah, go ahead and make a insight check. Oh.
Natty.
You have a theory in your mind that the book spot that was missing and is now dusted over for quite some time.
The book that I had
might be the book that the Magi gave you.
Oh my god. Alis feels guilt. The shelf looks wrong without it.
But it's a silly theory, and you just kind of like move on because you're like you get like a sinking suspicion. You're just like,
it's all right. There's more important shit to be thinking about. It's fine.
Kyron, what are you doing right now?
Kyron hates books.
Perfect.
So she's not really sure why she's here. She basically left food area to come to book area, and now she's like twice as miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just kind of following Alis off at a distance and just kind of pouting so that I was gonna say,
is she pouty right now? She's like arms crossed and just like looking off to the side.
Yes, absolutely. But like maybe pouty is a little bit too like lighthearted sounding because she's pretty pissed.
No. It's like a deep pout.
It's deep pout.
Yeah. That's what I imagine as well. Just an absolute like deep pout as you're just walking around at this point in time trying to figure out what you're doing. Go ahead, Alis, and make an investigation check.
I like how it turns green when you get a nat 20.
Me too. 18.
Makes you feel real good. So you would find a book on essentially the binding of familiars, and also a general like magician's physicist book.
Okay.
And with the combination of those two, you believe that if you study enough, you may find the inner. You may learn the inner workings of like how a familiar connects themselves to a spellcaster, and the general magician physicist book, which is going to be I don't know about Alis how incredibly awesome or boring the reading is. It's just essentially it's like reading like a calculus. It's like reading a calculus book essentially of like the actual mathematics behind the magic.
Okay, interesting.
There may be a way to. There may be a way for you to create sort of like your own custom sever familiar spell. Like you're not really finding a book that's like how to get rid of your familiar or like how to forcefully remove a familiar or like a spell that already exists. Although Levin did say that he was willing to assist you with it, so maybe it's a spell that's already out there. But the next best thing from what you would have researched in this library is essentially you're going to try and theoretically create your own spell that may or may not have the intended effect that you're looking for.
Okay.
With your own like Alis magic touch.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, Alis will just get sucked in looking at books for a hot minute.
So you'll see that Alis will have I think in the beginning, like as you're like paging through stuff, you'll also start looking at the magical physicist's book, and you're just like looking at all these formulas and like how you have to like decipher them and things like that. With that kind of like actual like theory and things like that, what would Alis be doing? Would he be like reading a little bit, like staring and all that?
I think it's a lot of skimming at first, and then once he feels like he's on the right track, it would be just double checking that he finds everything that could support or help him understand the more complicated books, you know?
Is that a fair like 5-minute like read as you kind of like maybe like continue to glance over and study to try and make that connection? Would you say?
Sorry, say that again?
Like a 5-minute read, would you think that you would be just trying to like make sure the right connections are there? Maybe
just making sure that I'm taking the right books that are actually going to be helpful.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, Kyron. Yeah, Alis just looking through these books quietly. Alis, are you saying anything? Or are you just being quiet as you're looking through the books?
If I noticed her like pacing around or fidgeting or something, then he might. But if she's just kind of like off on her own doing whatever, I think he would be completely zoned in.
Mm-hmm.
She would probably be fidgeting over here and just kind of walking around, not really doing anything, but just like
right
in her own little bubble.
I would say, like, the silence continues like to fall over the library, as you see just the mountain of books, and Alis being studious, not like looking towards you or anything, as just you're in your own headspace right now, Kyron, with everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you say or do anything, or are you just kind of like for the next 5 minutes like fidgeting around?
She's not saying anything. She's just fidgeting. She's stewing is what she's doing.
Oh, there it is. I like that, stewing. So Alis, after about 5 minutes reading through the books, you do discover that there may be a way to spellcraft a new spell to do what you want, but it's going to take, with anything, just time. It's not something that you're going to be able to do right away. But within the intended practices, you may find a way to do that. In addition to that, you also believe you may be able to find a way to bound closer with your familiar, with some intended like benefits of that.
Okay, cool.
So you're able to grab the books.
Tight.
So if you want to put those 2 books down, the first would be a book on the principle of familiar studies, specifically the chapters that talk about the binding of them, and then a magician's physicist book, a magical physicist book. You can go and put that in your inventory. After you finish doing that, Alis, is there anything else that you do?
Probably not, but I get the feeling by wonderful happenstance, just as we're leaving, we're gonna run into the others. So, yeah, wherever Alis would need to like put his like weird theory book that he picked up in order to check it back in, he would do that and then check out the new books.
Okay. So you have been under the general impression that you're free to take whatever books you need to, since you're assisting with the fight against Cosmikara. So there isn't a procedure of like, it's more of like, go in, grab a book, leave. You're free to do so with that. So you could simply just put the book back, grab the ones that you want, and yeah.
Cool.
Wonderful. I would say, actually, let's go and take a bathroom break, and then we'll continue, okay?
Okay.
Let's, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Bathroom break. How you guys doing? You enjoying the episode? It's a good episode. I'm liking it so far. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bathroom break. Endo, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Random Scripter, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Yeah, Endo, really do appreciate that. Derp King McButt, thank you for the 100 bits. The Sword of Shadows, thank you for the 1,000 bit cheer. Wowie, wow. W.S. Shade with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much for that. That is very kind. Vuvu, thank you so much for the 100 bit cheer. Max with the 100 bit cheer. Arnar, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. So incredibly generous. The Sword of Shadows, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. And Chef Crash, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Lots of sub love today. Really do appreciate that, guys. There you go. Thank you for the love stream. My sub wasn't today. Why did it say? It says, yeah, resubscribe with a tier 1 sub for 3 months, 37 minutes. So, I don't know. Well, thank you anyways for being a sub, I guess. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Does the Astral Academy have bathrooms? I would think so. All right. I'll be right back, guys. Hello. Cynically Sinister, thank you for continuing your gifted sub from the Hug Hunter. Wow, I really do appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for this. How are you all doing? I know, man, like I love D&D, and I love that these things can happen, and I love that there's no like movie or story answer, but man, it's you just hope everything's going to the best. I'm enjoying your stream. Thank you so much. Oh, all right, here we go.
Oh.
Hello. I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
How's the session so far? Good, hopefully.
Good.
It's good. Yeah, very interesting so far.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. Sometimes.
We got a new crew member.
Yeah.
That's always good.
That is always good. That is true. That is true.
I saw someone in chat say who has more NPCs, the pirates or the goblins, and so I'm like, the goblins been collecting them too.
Oh yeah, goblins have been collecting them, but also losing them. So it's entirely okay.
There's probably a pretty high turnaround when it comes to goblins.
Let me think. So what does the goblins have? Oh yeah, they've already lost like 2.
Oh my God.
Let's see. So it's 1, 2, 3. The ones they have right now. 4, 5. I think they have 5 right now.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta catch them all.
How
And
many
then
do we have?
you have 1. Well, you had Lawrence. Lawrence left.
Woodgnome,
He left alive.
Woodgnome, the baker, and
the orc that you
Bushwind.
also got.
Oh, yeah, the orc guy.
Yeah,
the
Bushwind.
guy.
So you have 4. You have 4 right now. But the thing is, each of yours like actually provides something. So
does the
And none of
the
ours
case of
died.
the goblins?
I mean, the goblins all kind of support something, but in like goblin-y
does-
ways.
Does Scrum count as an NPC?
Oh.
No, he's a familiar.
Yeah, I wouldn't count it as an NPC, unfortunately.
Okay. I was just thinking like, cause you guys collected them along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't think so. Hello. Are you back,
Hello.
Doogs?
Hi.
We also collected a Chiron.
That is true.
That's true.
You right though.
We
You
got
right.
a full-out player.
Yeah, we found a player, so suck it.
That's worth at least 2 NPCs, right?
They are on their
At
own.
least.
At least, yeah. You know what? At least I won't argue about that. How you enjoying the session, Dukes?
It's been fun.
All right.
I'm eating gummy bears. I'm good.
Epic.
Ooh,
Nice.
I want some.
It's elementary school food day. The gummy bears and the tater tots.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So continuing on.
Some gushers.
Oh, jeez. Continuing on.
Sure.
What are you? So the two of you, are you saying or doing anything? Or you're just checking books, and then Chiron's just
If I
continues
found the
to
books,
stew.
I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Parents
He would,
doing still.
He would, once he had the right books, he would come over to Chiron and say, "All right, you're free. We can leave now." Oh, don't humph me. You're about to deck someone.
She'll look into his eyes and go, humph.
Don't me.
Ayla's will eye roll and walk past her. Fine, stay in the library. I'm sure you know your way.
I didn't say I was staying. She's gonna follow, but at somewhat of a distance.
And then, in happenstance, as a Dodger has explained it, Leighton and Armstrong.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Oh my god,
All right,
what are you doing here?
What are you guys doing here? Oh my god.
Oh,
What a coincidence.
This is fucking crazy.
Eagle. Jeez. Oh wow.
Leighton,
Got a friend.
Leighton, without hesitating, acts as if he's a complete stranger in a library and just goes, I'm looking for the captain of the library.
Gods.
I heard there was a captain of this here library.
A captain of the library.
About faces and walks away.
Hey there, that would you, would it?
So as you all are like, yeah, as all of you are like dramatically like, I'm looking for the captain of the library. Shen will be over here being like, yes, I'd actually be curious to meet this captain that I never heard about from the library.
Kyron is pointedly glaring at Luna.
Why? Why are you glaring at me?
She's mad.
Well, you gotta ask that, Luna.
Kyron, what's going on?
Nothing.
Why are you so upset?
Nothing's wrong.
Above board, can I have, before we left the cafeteria, could I have picked up some of the gray goop and prestidigitarized it into a big leg of turkey?
Oh boy. Well, you don't know the spell to actually transform it yet. So I will say make an Arcana check to see if you did something like that with prestidigitation.
Dang it!
Yeah. So so at that point you are with prestidigitation. Yes, you could go ahead and flavor it, but it will still be gray matter and will have the texture of gray matter.
Is she actually like actively doing that right now?
Yeah, Luna, when would you have done that?
Done it in the cafeteria.
Okay.
So maybe I have it like in just like a cup or something. Maybe I grabbed a
Oh my god.
So Luna like goes like, Kyron, this looks like junk, but if you taste it, it tastes like a turkey leg, a roast turkey leg that's been sitting over the fire, getting that nice crispy skin on it, really juicy. I'm not kidding. Do you want to try it?
She looks at the cup, pot, whatever it is that she looks back up straight into Luna's eyes and just says, "Are you making fun of me?"
I'm not making fun of you. It really tastes like that. I can do a spell that flavors food.
Do you think you can shove any garbage in my face and I'll just eat it?
Well, you
and everything will be hunky-dory. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I thought you could use some turkey leg.
She'll slap her hand and walk in this direction.
As literally the cup will spill out and the gray matter just goes everywhere.
Luna kind of chases after and is like, Kyron, why are you upset? Why are you upset at me specifically?
I don't need anyone telling me what to do or how to feel, okay?
No one told you what to do or how to feel. That message wasn't to you specifically. That was all of us. We're all frustrated down here. Do you think I want to be here? Do you think Captain Layton or Armstrong want to be here? We're here because we got stuck here, okay? We all end up in these situations. And the only thing that I tried to say up there is that we can sulk over it and stay stuck down here, or we can do whatever we can to get out. You can make that choice yourself. And Luna kind of marches off after that.
Oh, shit.
The cops are coming.
It's the coppers. Quick. The Astral Space Force is here. We have to run.
Oh my god. So, Luna storms off, and Kyron, what's going on?
It probably would have resonated a little bit. She feels a little bit guilty, but I think she's too upset to admit it. So she's just gonna watch Luna walk off and just continue to sulk.
Alis will peek his head out, like, around here and go,
realize you were there.
Yeah.
And Ayla's head appears on the side.
Yeah. Alis, just like a little shit, will peek his head around the side and go, I found a children's book about sharks if you're interested.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Layton leans over and goes, Layton leans over from down the hall and goes, Does it have pictures?
Oh my God.
Oh my
Kyron bristles. Wait, okay, I just love that above board. I love that, but Kyron bristles.
Yeah.
That did not help anything.
I love that, like, the whole time before, all the captains and stuff were, like, super patronizing to Alis, like, oh, let's talk about the birds and the bees, and then Alis is like, I found a shark children's book.
What was Alis's expression when he said that? I need to picture this perfectly.
Oh, it was completely straight faced. And the second he saw her like get pissed off, he like sort of not smirks, but sort of smiles a little bit and just walks off. I think he's in a very A-list way, trying to like distract her from how pissed off she is at Luna because it's like really obvious, but it's just making her pissed at him probably, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, she's absolutely livid. Oh man, Kyron's a mess this episode, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, above board. I'm so sorry. I love Kyron.
It's good art. It's fine. It's RP. It's what your character would do. That's the best part.
When you're apologizing to each other.
Oh yeah. That means you're really putting it in your own when you're just like, look, I'm so sorry that my character is doing this right now, but it's what they would do, and you're like, there's no apologies. That's
Occasionally Alis does something in an episode, and I'll see somebody who watched it be like, man, that was really cold. I'm like, but that's what he would do.
But guys, dude,
I feel the need to defend myself, and yet I'm not going to, because that is 100% what Alis would do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, ow. Sorry, I pulled my hair when I was trying to put it in a ponytail. Luna. So I see Armstrong. You're sitting down, just kind of relaxing a little bit. And is Luna like visibly angry right now?
I think Luna's kind of like, she realizes what's going on because she knows that like Kyron was very food motivated early on to join the group and hadn't really thought about the consequences of things. And I think she was mad at first, but then she was just thinking like, yeah, we're all like that at some point when we're kids or younger. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like you forget to think about like everyone else is in the same situation and suffering. So she's like half irritated and also half like, how to, maybe she just needs some time and she'll grow out of it type of feeling too.
Yeah. What is her expression, would you say, visibly as she's walking by Armstrong?
I think she looks a little irate.
Has she ever been irate in front of Armstrong?
I'm sure it's probably happened, but
it must have happened before.
But but it's like rare, right?
It's fairly rare, yeah.
Yeah. Armstrong, you see a very rare irate Luna walk by.
Luna, she hasn't been with us as long as the others. So she's missing a whole element of trust that the rest of you have come to know.
It's just so, like, you get yourself into a situation. She invited herself into our group over food. And it just upsets me, that, like, we're all stuck here. It's as if she thinks that we brought her here. I think another element is that Luna was just, usually she's more calm, but because of everything that happened with, like, MasaeAnela and like all that stuff, I think Luna's not herself. She's a lot less calm about stuff.
That totally makes sense. I feel like, a side note, above board, as a DM, I also feel like a DM to players, especially after an event has happened, a DM kind of goes into like a psychologist mode where it's like, all right, sit down. What is your character feeling right now? Like, tell me what's going on. So
yeah. Like, I think Luna's fuse is like way shorter right now because she's also trying to suppress everything that she hasn't thought about in a long time that kind of came like bubbling out during the Arcane Academy session. Yeah. So she's like, I think, shorter fuse, and she's just trying she's trying to empathize, but at the same time, she's like super frustrated.
She's
about
like
everything.
over it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Alis, you walk over to Leighton, and what are you two doing?
I think it's because Leighton is like just hovering by the door, and Alis has his books. So,
Leighton leans over to Alis and just kind of whispers, "So, how are the customers today?"
I love Leighton. I love Leighton so much.
Me too.
Alis will look at him for this world.
He looks confused, and then just sort of like half smiles and shakes his head and goes, "You really commit to a bit, don't you, Leighton?"
Aye. A captain must always be proud of what they do.
Aye. Well, on the good news, I've found some books that might help us with Scrum. But it will take some time. I'll have to essentially develop a spell on my own.
I guess. I suppose we could also ask some of the other mages here. They might have some insight that we don't.
It's true.
By the way, we have a new crewmate. His name is Shen. He's over there.
Oh,
hello. He'll just wave over at you.
Like, Alis will like look at him and sort of wave a little bit. Say, "Are you for real?"
Eve shrugs. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It is a good idea. We need more crewmates to help us for this. Whether it be Ironside or the creature that awaits us outside.
Wait, you're going to recruit the creature outside?
No. I mean...
Oh, to fight.
We recruited you to help us defeat the creature.
Oh, I thought you were going to recruit these people. I was like, oh, that might be a stretch, but all right. But yes.
These people... What do you mean, these people?
No, I'm just talking about the baby that's outside.
Oh, no. We are not recruiting the baby. You could not pay me to be the father of that child. No way.
It seems we have a lot in common, and he'll just slap his hand on your back.
Aye, we do.
But he'll look over and he'll extend a hand over to Alis. Hello, young man.
Hello, I'm Alis. And he'll shake his hand.
Shed.
Anybody who knows him and knows the way that he typically reacts when there's a new person added to the crew knows that there's a part of his brain that's like, God damn it, you guys, fuck. But like, but he's, this guy's like being very, very cordial to him. So he'll respond in kind.
Listen, young man, I know things are tough right now, and you're looking to get home. You at this point, you see he's approaching you as if you were a scared child.
Okay.
However, it's very important to remember that you have a gift. You wouldn't be invited here if you didn't have that gift. We'll find you. We'll find you a way back home. You won't be stranded here forever. Home is important.
Yes. On that note, would you have any idea who we could talk to about that? I assume they've already asked this, but just in case, they were very drunk.
He nods and he says very slowly as he realizes that.
What do you mean we were drunk? We still are.
All right, lovely. So anyway,
he'll say slowly, with realizing this helps in no way. 11, and then he'll have his face expression. But what
we need to find.
Told them, though, is that you all were recruited here for a reason, which means that you would all have the gift and most likely be the best people to find a way back home, even if it does take some time. I mean, Levin chose you for a reason.
Decidedly unhelpful. I understand what you're saying, but it gives us nothing to work from.
He'll scratch at his chin. Says, Guess I really wasn't a good father when I had a family too, as he says as he looks away.
Oh!
God damn it.
Oh!
Aylis will sort of pause and then go, right, anyway, we need to find Gideon. It seems like that would be our best bet, correct?
Who is this Gideon?
He'll look at, I think it was Leighton who said it about Gideon, or was it Luna?
It was,
I think it was both of us.
Yeah, both, yeah.
Yeah.
Gideon seems to have become the new headmaster around here, so we must speak to him to find out what to do next.
All right. Do you, to him, he'll say, do you know where the headmaster's quarters are?
He'll, smile and says, yeah, I could take you there, sure.
Wonderful. Let's do that then.
He'll walk, he'll be like, after you, young man.
I don't know where we're going.
Oh, yes, follow me then. And he'll go ahead and walk over.
Great.
And you got any more of that fire water?
He'll turn over and said, that was the last. Ever.
Damn it all.
And he'll continue walking away.
I'm glad it wasn't blood above board. I thought it was going to be blood alcohol.
What's Luna doing?
It's still sad, though. He's going to be chasing that high for the rest of his life.
It's gone. Like, that was it. Like, the only time he made it was at his... Yeah. Luna, what are you doing? Are you staring out the window as everyone's leaving, or...?
Yeah, I think she's just kind of taking some time and looking outside and thinking. She's trying to, like, unpack everything.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Kyron's gonna follow.
Okay.
Because she wants to be kept updated.
Leighton, what are you doing?
I think Leighton's gonna, like, try and stay back with Luna and, like, just check in with her.
Okay.
If that's okay, I can also go with the group. I mean,
No. That's
know.
no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely good. I didn't know if you two were doing something, or are you just going to be quietly looking out the window during this time? If that, then we'll follow over to the what scene do you guys want to do? Do you want to do Leighton and Luna, or do you want to see what's going on at the headmaster's office?
I want to see Leighton and Luna.
I want to see that too.
All right, Leighton and Luna, what are you guys doing?
Luna's kind of like looking outside. She's just kind of, I think she's very conflicted, and the alcohol is probably not helping.
How goes it, Luna?
Leighton, I don't know what to feel about all this. How did you deal with
Sorry, go ahead.
Back when, before all the sword stuff happened, how did you deal with that feeling of losing everyone?
It was difficult because I felt responsible. It felt like it was my fault. A burden in which I blamed myself for 10 years every waking moment. That everyone was gone because of me. But as much as I want to beat myself up, greed of man changes people. And I knew that when we saw my former captain again, it wasn't him. And I had to let go with the fact that he had changed. No matter what headmaster possessed him, or whether he simply was taken by the undead, he was gone.
When you can't, see something for what it is, when half of you is emotions and the other half is rational. The rational part of me is saying, of course you couldn't have done anything. You were just a kid, And the other half just keeps watching the building collapse and remembering and thinking, what if I stayed there? What if I could have alerted someone? What if I could have done something? And somehow I got to escape. and I got to have what I consider to be a pretty good life. How do you deal with that?
You have to remember that, considering where we come from, man is greedy. All they want is gold and ladies and fame and fortune, and it means nothing in the end.
Yeah.
But the thing to consider is that there are two types of men in this world. The men who selfishly do whatever they want, and the men who cower in fear and turn their backs. And then you have us, the middlemen, the ones who stand by and watch all the actions unfold. And it's up to us to decide to take action or to not. And I haven't been with this crew very long, but what I've seen, we are the crew that takes action. It's in that moment where we decide to do the better thing. And in your case, it seems to me, Luna, that you've always been the person who wants to take action, to do the right thing, who wants to be involved. At a young age. That's okay. But you need to forgive yourself.
Thank you, Leighton. You're right. It's so weird, you know? Like saying goodbye to people that don't live as long as you. And feeling like you never had that transition into adulthood like everyone else. And yet somehow you've still lived so many lives, you know? But you're right. I have to let go of that. I don't know what happened to her or why she... I don't know what happened, but it's not something I can do anything about. I just gotta jump in. That's why we're pirates, right? If you think about it.
Well, I don't know if my principles line up 100% with Armstrong's per se as pirate code goes, but I'm probably one of the worst pirates you guys have ever met.
No, you're pretty good. You're a pretty good pirate. And I've seen a lot of pirates.
I don't know a pirate that murders a boy.
That wasn't their fault. Leighton, they told us to do whatever we could. We were tasked with defending this place. We had no idea I still don't know who that person was. I just know he's somehow connected to all the students, but that wasn't your fault at all. Any of us would have done the same thing if we were in a position, you know?
When I was a young lad, I enlisted into the what's the Brett? It's like a military force in Iowa.
Like a navy. You could enlist in the Cathosian Navy if you wanted to.
Thank you. Yeah. As a young lad, I listened to the Cathosian Navy, and I was good at being a follower. I did what everyone asked, and I did it a little too well, to the point where I climbed the ranks. Listening to someone telling me what exactly to do felt familiar and safe, and I was good at it. But there came a point where I realized that I was being manipulated, sent on missions to take over regions that just seemed wrong. So I swore to myself that I would never, ever be manipulated like that ever again. To do the bidding for someone else, just by them pointing their finger and taking a life. So I became a pirate, which, in some cases, gives me more freedom. I choose whose life to take. Yeah. But at least it was my decision. And in coming here and working with these mages and children, I realized in that moment, I questioned why. Why must we stop the other academy? There was not enough context, not enough time. And the first thing we go to in the field of battle, he told me to point. And I shot.
Oh, Leighton. These kinds of situations, like when we get into the midst of battle, when we're confronted with things, there isn't enough time to deliberate. We don't have all the answers. It's not that you were following directions blindly. It's that you were tossed into a situation and you acted based on what in that moment you thought was best. But that's not the same decision you would have made if you knew everything. It's not your fault. And you still are in charge of your own life and your own decisions. And sometimes we're not going to make the decision that we'd want to make if we had all the information, you know? But sometimes we can't make that decision because we don't know how. I think when I was younger, like, I felt the same way about the academy, and I'm kind of wondering if that's why Alis left, you know? That they were teaching us to do things because they wanted us to be this strong, superior elven race, and that's just never how I saw it. Like, I never saw our family as better than anyone else's or anything like that. I saw how they looked down on all the other races, especially goblins, you know? And when I got there, the goblins didn't want me either. My friend had to persuade them to stay, and it wasn't until I sang some of their goblin songs and played along with them that they took me in. And I've realized that, you know, in this world, we have our biases, and sometimes we just act out of emotion. I think that's what's happening with Kyron right now. She's projecting something onto me. But just know that I think that in every situation where you've had to make a decision, I feel like you've done the best that you could, and you've acted with honor.
So it's settled. I will try to be more forthright with my character and forgive myself more. And as you will too.
Sounds good to me. Luna holds out her hand to shake, as if to make an agreement, so they hold each other accountable.
Leighton hogs the biggest loogie in his hand and forcefully makes Luna shake his hand.
Incredible.
Luna's just laughing. She's like, I should be used to this by now.
If you're a pirate, it's what you have to do.
All right. So what do you two do now?
Should we go see what the others are up to?
Okay.
Aye, let's. Either that or find more alcohol, because this buzz is still a-going.
Wowie wow wow.
For the talk.
Of course. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I guess, do we go follow them?
Yeah, you would go follow them. They've already left by now, but you would go ahead and like try and recall and follow where the office that you came from first. And it just seems Shen is following them.
That was such a good scene.
That was great. A very good scene.
Yeah.
Good scenes.
So enraptured.
Yeah, good scenes all around today, guys. Good RP. Good RP.
Mm-hmm. RP sessions are rad.
RP sessions are rad. Help. Sorry, I'm looking for the... There's so many... Wait, where the... Sorry. I pray. I'm looking for the map. So how are you doing today? Found it.
Really good. I found my books. I'm doing great.
You would resume walking into the lobby, being followed by Shen. And you would see walking what appears to be this small orb figure with an eyeball in the center of it.
Fuck is that?
What?
guides?
Well, I believe the headmaster is. And Shen will stare forward at this thing.
What is that?
Your guess is as good as mine. I've never seen it before.
All right.
What am I looking at?
You are literally looking at a Chiron-sized orb with a mouth and an artificial eye in the center of it, with a couple of wings stretched out on top of the orb. And it looks up at you and smiles.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy, Captain Layton.
Nay, this here is Captain Armstrong.
Oh, processing. Oh, ahoy, Captain Armstrong.
And, who or, what might you be?
Guardian of the Headmaster. You are permitted inside along with Alis and Kyron.
And then they'll look past this individual and say,
Unidentified individual is not allowed.
Shen, you might have to wait, in the lobby here.
Don't have to tell me twice. And he'll literally just sit down.
A bit relieved, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
Where are the others?
Oh, they'll be along.
The others of the misdemeanor.
Hey, still in the library, but I believe they're on their way soon.
He'll hold his hand out and place the other hand on its hip.
Then you'll wait here as well until everybody is here.
Oh, come
Is this a
on.
cheesecake factory?
Whatever you say there.
I've never been more related to something than the fucking Cheesecake Factory not letting us more than... God damn it. Just let us in. They're 5 minutes behind us. Your menu is 50 pages long. We can take the time to pick something in the meantime. Jesus.
The headmaster will see all of you when your entire party is present.
Is that what he wants, or is that what you want?
He'll look up at you. Where are you leaving, Alis?
I'm gonna go get them, because if they're still just like sitting in the library, Alis is gonna be like, "Come on!"
So Alis kind of like walks up to the to there, and the little young the tiny individual will just state,
Both and the same.
Kyron kind of lightly kicks its shin? Question mark? Does it have a shin?
Ow!
She kicks it a little harder.
Stop that.
She does it again.
Okay. At this point, it will say,
You are tampering with school property.
And will cast Shocking Grasp on you.
Oh my god.
Man, Kyron's having a bad day.
I mean, to be fair, he did say stop.
God, Kyron.
That's a 9, so it's a miss as you just see the sparks get around you.
Whoa!
Please don't tamper with school property.
I was just testing to see what you're made out of. Jeez.
You don't need to know my composition.
I guess a robot wouldn't know. Stupid.
Stupid dumb idiot.
Does Kyron have one of those toxicity counters?
You know, where is it? Wait. There we go.
So Alis, after strolling through the halls and after the conversation, you eventually bump into Layton and Luna, who's walking in your direction. Would you say anything or do anything?
Yeah, I would, if he saw them, he would go, "Oh, good. We're trying to get into the headmaster's office, and there's a thing demanding all of us be there."
A thing?
I don't know. It's made of metal. Just come on.
All right.
And after some time, you all would walk back in as well.
All right. What is that thing?
School property, apparently.
I want the school property for the boat.
He'll look up at you.
Processing. Captain Armstrong.
No. I'm Captain Layton. That's Captain Armstrong.
Captain Layton. Are you here to see the headmaster?
Aye.
Excellent.
Sorry. Yes.
The headmaster will explain everything to you. Right this way.
And he'll move over.
I have a question.
Yeah. Like above board or actual?
No, to the robot.
Yeah.
What?
How do I get one of you for my ship?
You don't want one of him.
First of all, we don't want one of these.
Armstrong, hear me out. Imagine that you are coming on our ship, and you're trying to take it over, and then this school property shows up and just puts them in place.
I've been issued to guard this hallway.
But what if you didn't have to guard this hallway?
You'll have to take that up with the headmaster.
Yes.
Well, we've got Wood Gnome for, right?
I would rather have school property here than Wood Gnome.
Pirate Kyron.
What? Oh. She looks at Luna and just continues.
Actually, I'm Luna Fiera.
Oh, okay. Processing. Everyone else is inside.
Thank you.
Come, quickly now.
Thank you, school property.
Whatever.
Fuck.
Have you guys seen Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah.
It sounds like when he goes, compliance.
I haven't seen that movie in forever, like since I was a kid.
Yeah, I watched it this week for the first time in like years, and it's still
Whoa.
entertaining. It's very dated, but it's still very, very entertaining.
Nice.
You all ascend into what you remember was the headmaster's office, where you faced off against the illusion of Cosmicara. But everything seems to be incredibly different. And as you walk in, the entire area seems to be
What the fuck?
recreated as a giant construct now stands in front of you.
What the fuck?
Are we in the right place?
You remodel already? How much money did the students pay to be here?
Voice identified. Kyron. Yes, you are at the right place. This is now the new facility of the headmaster's office.
Where's the bleeding headmaster?
A smile forms on my face. I am the headmaster.
You are the headmaster? Are you Headmaster Gideon?
A puzzled expression on my face.
This isn't Gideon.
One moment. A realization falls over my face. No, I am not Gideon. Gideon was the former headmaster.
He's been the headmaster for like an hour. What are you talking about, old headmaster?
1 hour, 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Who are you? Are you part of the automated system?
I am inevitable.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Promising.
Sorry.
What the hell
Are
happened?
you the deep one?
Oh, what would that? Hold on 1 second to think.
A confused expression falls over my face. No, I am inevitable. I am the system that operates the academy. Upon the incapacitation of Headmaster Levin,
And where's this Gideon fella?
A firm expression falls over my face. From my understanding, Master Gideon had the power of Levin. Gideon physically could not handle such power, and thus, Levin has been incapacitated. I have been activated as replacement for the duties that Levin has left behind.
Is Gideon alive?
A relieved expression falls over my face. Yes, Gideon is still alive because of this action.
Is there any way we can speak to him?
A firm expression falls over my face. He is currently resting after the physical trauma he had to endure, being combined with an Astari.
All right, listen here, Roman.
If you have any business, you can conduct it with me, the headmaster of this academy.
All right, lovely. We need to get home.
Don't like this one bit.
A face of compliance falls over my face.
You can skip your expressions!
Expression protocol has been suppressed for the remainder of this conversation.
Thank you!
If you are looking to go home, I may be able to assist with that. However, the magic of planar travel will require the assistance of all of the groups. Processing. You are the crew of the Misdemeanor.
Yes.
I can take you home with the assistance of your spellcasters, labeled Alice and Luna Vieira.
Right, what do you need us to do?
I will require a blood sample.
All right, hold on a second. No one's getting anyone's blood until we figure out exactly what is going on here.
Wait, I'm confused, you guys. What's the plan? Before we were gonna try to fight Cosmokara and then head back, but are we trying to go back now?
Do you mean above board?
Oh, I guess it was underboard.
Underboard and underboard.
Oh, the Cosmokara fight is like way in the future.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's just preparing against Cosmokara right now because
everybody's still like in the prep phase. We were going to like kill a construct or whatever in the astral and do all of this other stuff before we left, but we're skipping that now.
Okay.
I believe.
Will they summon us, I guess, if they need to get us back again for that later, or...
God, I hope so. A lot of shit we don't know right now.
Yeah.
Headmaster.
Yes?
Do you happen to know our contract of the Misdemeanor to help out with this problem?
The contract was recently put into place, yes. But
Do you know about...
But I understand the terms may have changed with the demise of Levin.
Aye, we need to amend it.
Speak your amendments.
There's a gentleman named Shen who's right outside of these quarters. He has joined our crew. He is allowed to join us.
I hate this thing.
This robot has a very weird personality. So, per our contract, he is allowed to be joining us as the Misdemeanor. Where we go, he goes.
You wish to grant him access?
If we are to return to Crocest, he's coming with us.
Crocest? to Creshheart?
Sorry, Creshheart.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
Very well, he will be inputted as a crew member.
Aye.
You do that.
We also would like a way to be able to come back here if need be.
Question. You still wish to face against Cosmokara?
If you need us.
Aye. That baby has to be dealt with somehow.
You will be needed. I have been processing the possibility of Cosmicara's defeat. Every additional capable warrior raises that percentage.
Aye, we're not saying we want to abandon ship here, but we have to go back to our time to fix our problems while we wait for the next steps.
This is acceptable. In the time that you will be gone, my personality matrix may also be improved upon, so that we may have fruitful discussions in the future.
Improve your face while you're at it, so you don't have to repeat your stupid expressions all the time.
Kyron,
What?
It doesn't understand humanity. It's a robe. It's not human.
I don't know what this thing is capable of. It's in a magical school filled with wizards and crap. I don't know what this thing can feel.
I am capable of many things.
See?
I don't like
I'm just giving constructive criticism on how it can be a little less annoying.
Yes, let's give constructive criticism to the overpowered being school thing.
All right, so you need blood samples. Why? Aelus, does that make sense to you?
I require the blood of arcane spellcasters.
Lunafiera takes out one of her earrings, pokes her finger, and marches up to him. Here!
All right, hold on. Are you going to keep the data collected with its blood?
Affirmative.
What will you do after she's given you the blood?
I will continue to process your combat capabilities to allow you a better chance against Cosmikara and how you'd be able to fight. Knowing how you're able to fight as well as your physical manifestation will allow me to plan further.
Is there a way we could do a check, like a meditation scan, to see if there's any sort of truth to what he's saying? Like, not necessarily personality or anything, but just...
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Okay.
I will make one.
Okay.
Well, we both...
Great.
It's,
sorcerers, dude.
Yeah, I'll say it's, it's manufactured, conversation with you. It's very hard to tell. It just seems extremely straightforward.
I think Aelus would, in response to Armstrong earlier, would say, I mean, we're both sorcerers. The power that we use is bloodline related. That part of it does make sense, to use our blood to try to access something.
This is correct.
Well, I just want to make sure he's not pulling a fast one on us.
If you are a wizard, I would require a small bit of brain matter.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, thank goodness there's no wizards here.
All right, back to negotiating. Shen comes with us. We have a way of us coming back here whenever we need to. And how do we get one of those school properties on our ship?
Please elaborate.
Your being in the lobby called school property. How do we get one?
That is a part of me and will not be leaving the facilities.
Oh, what a shame.
Ah, come on. Can you make another part of you?
I can.
What can we do with this thing?
We're already dealing with one spy. We don't need another.
You know what?
Layton, we need to have a conversation.
Kyron's gonna scream out the door at Shen. Come on, you kid!
You'll hear outside.
You have been permitted into the headmaster's office as a crew member of the Misdemeanor. Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Program these robots.
Right.
Oh.
How much blood do you need exactly?
Shed'll walk in. And the first thing you'll hear is how much blood do you need exactly? And Shed will turn around and be like, and leave the office.
No. You come back here.
You're not getting my blood.
We're not talking about your blood.
Not you.
Is he a spellcaster or is he a warrior? Or
All right. You don't know.
Shen, there is a way for us to go home, but we have to return. Will you come with us back to where we go?
I don't know if I like that idea. What if you don't return? What if something happens on the other side? I feel more comfortable here, so that if you don't return, then I fight against the abomination.
Make no mistake about it. We're coming back to defeat that thing.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, damn it. I have the
Come
worst persuasion out of the group.
Boy.
I'm -1 in persuasion.
can I back him up? I've got +6.
What would you say?
Shen, if you come with us, the robot has already assured us that we could come back again. So the headmaster, the person who controls all of this, has already assured us that we'd come back. You could make sure you could keep an eye on us. You could probably even pick up some more skills in order to better fight when we return.
Go ahead and the both of you make a persuasion check, and we'll take the highest roll.
Come on, buddies.
In the meantime,
Oh, damn.
you'll be enjoying a pleasant time aboard the Miss Demeanor. We're stocked with plenty of rum.
And then, Armstrong, go ahead and make a persuasion check. All right.
Nice.
Hey, it just gets
Nice,
better.
nice, nice.
He'll
Aylis
look
would not
around.
say anything.
He'll look around and nod. Well, you can ensure me that you'll return. Then yes, I will join you.
On our Pirathon.
Shen.
Everybody!
I give you our word. We're coming back to take out that baby.
The inevitable will extend its arms as 2 needles will come out.
Oh God.
Prepare your spellcasters.
I
This will
already
not
gave you.
be a pleasurable experience.
Karen's gonna back up.
How much are you taking?
Enough.
No, exact amount. What is the exact? How many ounces of blood are you taking from us?
A sufficient amount.
No, give us an exact answer. You're a robot.
You've done the
Right.
calculations. You know the number.
Are you well fed?
No, we're starving.
Oh.
Starving, we've had too much to drink, and we're very agitated.
Our
Above board.
beast
To be
is
fair,
probably-
when we get thrown back onto the misdemeanor, there might be a full lobster dinner waiting for us.
Oh, you might be getting more alcohol than
So
than
above
fun.
board, you will be taking 4d6 damage from this.
Okay.
4d6?
Yo, that
It'll
makes
get
me
everybody
scared to go
home,
back.
though, dude.
Wow.
It'll get everybody home.
We're gonna
It's all
like land
good.
on a misdemeanor, and it's gonna be under attack, and you guys are gonna be like half dead.
No.
Calling it. I'm calling it right now.
The Miss Anemic.
Comply.
Like have blood drawn when you're like, I mean, I guess we could have sobered up by now.
Fine. Aylis will do it.
As you reveal your arm, it immediately
Before we do, can Luna make a special kind of tea for her and Aylis?
Okay.
Okay, she wants to make Tul Cuivre. It's a strong tea that kind of gives you energy and stuff like that. I think it has a lot of iron in it because of one of the components. So maybe it would help us a little bit.
Okay. You produce the tea. Do you all drink it?
Yep, I'll drink it.
Okay. It'll kind of like relieve you a little bit, but then it will state again.
Comply.
Just to be clear, Mr. Headmaster, our negotiating is not done. It's just put on pause until we return.
Your negotiation is concluded. The contract is complete. I can extend the members of the misdemeanor, but everything has been agreed upon. You will continue to fight the misdemeanor.
Hold on.
You will continue to fight Cosmicara for what was agreed upon with the contract of Levin.
Yo, I still hate this guy.
Let's just go home. Alis will do it. Give him his arm.
All right.
Luna reaches her arm out as well.
It will grab your arms, both with each arm, rather forcibly, as a needle immediately injects into your arm as you feel the piercing pain, and you just feel yourself just being drained very rapidly.
Luna looks over at Alis and just kind of gives her this look, like, it'll be okay.
Alis, you take 13 points of damage and 11 points of damage to Luna.
Okay.
This is sufficient. So, at that point, it will begin to incantate a spell of Arcana ability, as it is now more capable with its sorcery, along with everything else that it's been linked to. And this is going to be more above board, just because we have to wrap things up right now. A portal will be created somewhere. As you kind of like look around, there's a lot of levels to this room now. A portal will be created that will allow you back to the Astral Veil from your house in Krokkask.
Amazing.
Nice.
But we will see what happens on the other side, because like I said, we do have to end right now. So that is it for today's episode of The Misdemeanor.
Yay! Good RP, guys.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was very fun.
I'm sorry that Kyron is terrible.
She's not terrible. No, the thing I love though is that like the way that Kyron is processing shit is totally believable.
Yeah.
Right.
How you guys doing? You having fun? A lot has happened in the storyline of the campaign, but you guys are still in it.
So good.
Yeah.
I am excited for us to go back and have it turn back into. So, do you want to beat this totally like mortal guy up over here?
Yeah,
I know, right?
You want to beat up a dude?
Yeah, you want to beat up a guy?
Themes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the crab dinner, the lobster dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. The only question I have, and Dodger, if you have to go, feel free to head on out.
Okay.
All right. So, what are your plans as of right now? Are you're gonna do the assault against Ironside, and do you plan on returning to the Astral Veil to assist in any sort of research that this new headmaster may have for you, or are you just going to wait for?
I think it depends on what happens with Ironside, doesn't it?
I think it really depends.
I mean, personally, I feel like there is no Ironside if we don't take care of or there is no world if we don't. Yeah, there's no anything if we don't take care of the baby. But at the same time, we can't take care of the baby every week, right? There's got to be.
Correct.
So
yeah, we're parents.
What'd you say?
So I think in my mind, it's like we go back to take care of what we can of Ironside, and the minute that's cleaned up, we're back to helping out with the baby.
Ultimately, up to you.
We're babysitters, baby. We got to take care of that child.
All right. Well, I think there was a couple of pieces of fan art, but I would like to wait until next week, so we're not in a rush to look at all of them. Does that sound good with you guys?
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Yeah. So fan artists,
yeah, I'm gonna hop out, but I love you guys.
Love you.
Bye, Dodger.
Bye.
Have a good week.
So to those that drew fan art today, thank you guys so much. We're gonna try and do it next week, just because everyone schedule's a little bit tight over the next few weeks. But if we wrap up, we're gonna try and wrap a little early next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then we will be able to show your fan art then. So make sure you link it again tomorrow. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I know a lot has happened in the story because of events that have been going on 3 days ago, which feels like forever. But yeah, I hope you guys are having fun and you're enjoying yourself. And thank you so much for that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So good.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys
I don't know
again.
how you're balancing it all. It's so cool.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye, you guys.
See you guys.
Bye. All right. Okay, so Boo, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Dookieshed. A random scripter, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. And also I saw you resubbed with a tier 2 sub that doesn't show up here, but thank you so much for that, guys. MasaeCraft tomorrow, no, we are not. We're gonna be taking a Minecraft break tomorrow, so more than likely tomorrow I'm also gonna be taking the day off as well. I've got a lot to work on D&D, and I think Masae's got her own stuff. So yes, guys, we will not be doing Minecraft tomorrow, but maybe the following week. We'll see how. I know our schedules have become very, very busy. So yeah, it's understandable. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. How are you guys liking the stories so far? You guys doing okay? You guys hold it together? 27 subs. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I know it's a lot, but the way I do D&D, man, shit happens, you know? I think that's just the best way to describe it. Shit happens. Story's great. I'm very intrigued to need more. It's all working out well. As a DM, do you ever do exposition so everyone's on the same page? I don't know what you mean by that question. It's been so good. I love how unpredictable it is. Yep. Great. Love the story. Okay. All right. I expect the goblins to be the one to throw the wrench. They might. We'll have to see. Everything's just a reaction of consequences at this point in time. But man, oh man. Some of these consequences are getting pretty grave, and we're just going to have to figure this out. Meanwhile, a new character has entered the scene, the inevitable. We're going to have to see what their purpose is and what they're doing. It's gonna be wild. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all very much. Before Brett needs another headmaster. Well, the inevitable is essentially just the one that's going to be operating things, but just more at a calculated pace than Levin was. It's going to calculate the best course of actions that they're going to have to take. I don't think it's going to really allow too much input, as you see, as the moment Leighton was like, we still need to talk about our contract. The inevitable is like, no, we don't. That contract is done. It's sealed. You've agreed, and we're done. So it's definitely going to be like a different feel than Levin was, I feel like. So yeah. I am inevitable. It is an inevitable. That's true. So we'll have to see what happens. Same thing with goblins are going to be weird. Art will not be happy. I mean, you can't really persuade well, maybe you could. Think about that. I might be back tonight, 9 p.m. EST for some Terraria Calamity. You know what I'm feeling, but I'm declaring it, taking the day off tomorrow. And possibly Monday, because I am burnt. I am so burnt right now with everything that's been going on, story-wise. Just trying to keep it balanced and keep it together and let everyone have some fun. But I might be back tonight for some Terraria Calamity. But yeah, thank you for the 27 subs. That's awesome. If you're brand new to the stream, hit that follow button. If you'd like to go ahead and continue to join in the aftermath of the D&D shenanigans, head over to our Discord. The BrettUltimus community Discord is our more of a variety Discord. The World of IO D&D community is where all of the World of IO is talked about. Spoiler section especially has been pretty heavy. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed yourself today. Don't drink too much tomorrow. What's happening? Is there a reason to drink tomorrow? I don't think so. But yeah, if you want to come back for a chill stream tonight, I would like to play some Terraria. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you again. Love you all. Appreciate it. You have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll see you all the next time. Bye-bye.